welcome back to the deep dive. You know, if you're playing online poker these days, you've seen it, the whole game's changed, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Desktops kind of taking a back seat now.
Exactly. And the cash game scene, well, it's all about mobile apps, completely dominated.
Yeah. So we've gathered quite a bit of info, looked at a bunch of sources comparing the two big ones, ClubGG and PokerBros,
Right.
the heavyweights.
Our mission today, a real deep dive. We want to figure out which one really gives you the best cash game experience, especially if you're serious, playing a lot of volume.
And we're focused on helping you make that call because these apps, they look similar on the surface, but they've actually got pretty different personalities, you could say.
That's a good way to put it.
Are you after pure speed, rock-solid stability for that daily grind? Or maybe you want something more strategic, community-focused, where knowing the players gives you an edge.
Okay, so that sets it up nicely. Let's get that quick overview out there first. ClubGG, what's the general buzz?
Well, ClubGG gets a lot of praise for being like a performance engine. Sleek UI, really stable, very polished. It's built for just playing cash games consistently.
Focused.
Very focused. Then you've got PokerBros. That's more the customization king, right? Big on community.
Yeah, flexible. All about the private games, the clubs.
Exactly. So it appeals more if you like that mix of strategy and, well, the social side of poker.
Okay, lines drawn then. ClubGG, performance machine. PokerBros, the custom community hub. Let's see how that actually plays out where it matters, starting with speed and stability.
Crucial stuff.
Crucial.
Yeah.
Especially for multi-tabling. Grinding cash games, time really is money. Faster tables, less lag.
Right.
That's not just nice to have, it directly impacts your bottom line, your hourly rate.
Yeah.
Lets you play more hands.
And the sources, they consistently point to ClubGG having the edge here.
Really? How so?
We're talking measurable things, faster table loading, less reported lag, which is huge,
Yeah.
and just a smoother feel when you're clicking buttons, making bets. For someone juggling, say, 4-6 tables, trying to maximize hands per hour, that little bit of extra efficiency, it really, really adds up over a session.
Hold on a sec, though. PokerBros is all about customization, right? And performance can depend on who's running the show, the server load.
Sure.
Don't some sources say that the best clubs on PokerBros manage to keep things pretty smooth, using their management tools, maybe better hosting? Is the lag inherent to the app itself, or is it more about the specific club?
That's a fair point and a really important distinction. The well-managed clubs on PokerBros definitely work hard to minimize performance hiccups.
Okay.
But the underlying way it's built, that decentralized model, means it is generally reported as slightly slower on the initial load times compared to ClubGG's more centralized system.
Ah, so it's the trade-off for flexibility.
That's basically it. You get those great club features, but the cost can be occasional server issues, little stutters, especially when tons of people are playing globally.
Peak hours.
Exactly. ClubGG, by comparison, just seems more consistently stable when things get busy.
Okay, that nails down the performance side. But what about just looking at the screen? The interface, the feel of it, how does that affect your focus?
Yeah, this is where you really see their different philosophies. ClubGG goes for this very clean, almost clinical design.
A minimalist.
Yeah, minimalist is a good word. The goal seems to be reducing your cognitive load. You see your cards, the stack sizes, the bet buttons, that's pretty much it.
Simple.
Simple, focused. And the sources say this works great for high-volume players. Less visual clutter means you can concentrate purely on the game, the math.
Makes sense. And PokerBros, I imagine it's different.
Very different. Much more vibrant, you could say. It's packed with more community stuff right there on the screen.
Like what?
Enhanced chat options, custom emotes, ways to interact with your club members more directly within the game interface itself.
Okay, vibrant sounds nice, but for a serious cash player, trying to make good decisions under pressure, how quickly does vibrant just become noise, distraction?
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? That's the trade-off. Those PokerBros features, they're engaging, great for building that club feel.
Sure.
But yes, they can absolutely be a distraction when the pots get big and the decisions matter. If you're someone who gets easily tilted by chat or just distracted by flashing things, PokerBros definitely adds more variables that ClubGG seems to have deliberately stripped away.
Okay, so performance edge to ClubGG, focus, maybe edge to ClubGG depending on your personality.
Yeah.
Let's shift to strategy. How does the actual structure, centralized versus club-based, change the game? The opponents you face, the best way to win.
Now we're getting into the really strategic decision-making beyond just the tech specs.
Right.
If you connect the dots, the focus on performance, the cleaner interface ClubGG tends to foster an environment where players are often tighter, more solid, playing, closer to fundamental strategy.
Like GTO-ish play?
Yeah, maybe leaning more towards GTO, or at least solid fundamentals. To win consistently on ClubGG, you often need to be really sharp on those core strategies. It rewards solid mathematical play.
Okay, that tracks. Speed and stability attract the grinders, the math folks.
Yeah.
But PokerBros, that whole club system must throw a wrench in that, psychologically speaking.
Completely. That private club-based structure. It opens the door for much more experimental, exploitative playstyles.
How so?
Well, think about it. You're often playing against the same group of people, maybe within a specific social circle or club. There's history there. Metagame becomes huge.
So it's not just random opponents.
Exactly. People feel more comfortable deviating from standard lines, trying more creative bluffs because they have reads, they have history. The sources actually point this out. PokerBros is where you often see more advanced tactical maneuvers.
Let's pause there. You said advanced tactics, multi-level bluffing. Can you break that down a bit? What does multi-level bluffing really mean in a PokerBros game compared to maybe a more anonymous ClubGG game?
Sure. So basic bluffing is representing a hand you don't have. Multi-level bluffing is, well, it's thinking on deeper levels. It's about what you think they think you have, which is based on what you think they have. It gets complex fast. It's psychological warfare, essentially.
Right.
Imagine a standard anonymous $102 game on ClubGG. It might be mostly math, ranges, blockers. Now picture that same $102 game on PokerBros, but you're playing against people from your club, people who've seen you play for months.
You know their tendencies, they know yours.
Precisely. Suddenly, a bluff isn't just about your cards, it's about your history, their perception of you, maybe something that happened last week. The strategy shifts massively from just math to deep player psychology.
Wow, okay. That's a massive difference. One platform really pushing fundamental mastery, the other becoming this testing ground for psychological strategy for metagame warfare.
That's a great way to put it. PokerBros offers that unique environment for experimenting with exploitative plays. But, and this is important, if your fundamentals aren't solid yet, jumping into that shark tank might be tough. ClubGG provides that tighter, more fundamentally sound environment to really hone those basics first.
So different paths to getting better depending on what you need to work on.
Exactly. All right, final piece of the puzzle, and maybe the most critical for serious players. Money. Deposits, security, and, let's be honest, getting your winnings out. How do they stack up on reliability?
Yeah, the practical stuff. For players moving significant money around, ClubG generally gets the nod here for its centralized system.
Why is that?
It supports a range of secure payment methods, and importantly for a lot of grinders today, that includes crypto options.
Yeah.
But the key thing is withdrawals. They're generally reported as faster and more predictable on ClubG.
Predictable. That's key for bankroll management.
Absolutely. Serious players need that reliability, that fast access to their funds. ClubGG delivers that more consistently because it's all handled centrally.
Okay, makes sense. But PokerBros isn't insecure, right? They use safe payment channels too. So where does the uncertainty come in? The uncertainty, or variability I should say, comes from that decentralized club structure again.
The clubs themselves handle the money.
Essentially, yes. While PokerBros provides the platform, the individual club owner or agent is often the one managing the deposits and, crucially, the withdrawals for their members.
So withdrawal times could be fast or slow.
Exactly. It can vary massively. The speed, the specific methods available, crypto, fiat, whatever, it all depends entirely on that specific club's policies, their liquidity, how they operate.
Okay, that is super important advice for you, the listener. If you're playing on PokerBros, you absolutely have to do your homework on the specific club.
Definitely.
Check their reputation, their stated payout times, talk to other members. Don't just assume the app handles it all. Your money's security is tied to the club's management.
100%. It's an extra layer of due diligence that, frankly, players on ClubGG don't have to worry about quite as much.
Okay. Let's pull this all together then. Time for the final verdict, the decision framework. So synthesizing everything. If your top priorities are raw speed, absolute stability, consistent performance basically, you want an efficient machine for grinding out hands mathematically.
Then ClubG probably has the edge for you. It's built for that high volume, streamlined experience.
Okay.
But If you really enjoy the community side of poker, the social interaction, the metagame, and specifically, if you want a place to practice and refine those complex, exploitative strategies based on player history.
And PokerBros is still a really strong contender.
Absolutely. They both let you play cash games, obviously, but they optimize for fundamentally different approaches to the game. One's about efficiency, the other about community and strategic depth.
A really clear distinction. Two platforms, same game, very different missions.
Couldn't have said it better.
All right, before we wrap up, how about a final thought for our listeners to chew on?
Okay, here's something to think about. We talked about how PokerBros' environment encourages those advanced psychological plays, right? The multi-level bluffs, the deep reads based on history.
Yeah. So consider this. How much does playing regularly on a platform like that actually influence your default psychological approach at the table? Your willingness to engage in that kind of mental warfare, even when you switch back to a more anonymous platform like ClubGG or Play Live. Interesting. Does playing in that high meta environment change your fundamental way of thinking about opponents?
Does it make you look for deeper intentions even when they might not be there? Or does it make you sharper everywhere? It's worth considering how the platform itself shapes your mental game.
That's a great question to mull over before your next session. Excellent stuff. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into ClubGG versus PokerBros for cash games.
Pleasure.
We hope this analysis helps you make the right strategic choice for your game. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.